In the Corwen Leisure Centre car park, and I'm going to go to that hillfort there, Caer Drewyn. It says go that way, but according to the information there's a little side lane that goes up here. So there's the leisure centre there, Corwen Leisure Centre, and I've parked just down there. And let's see if I can see this other little lane. Corwen's down there. This is a secondary road I'm on, but only for a short distance. This looks like this little lane. Yeah, it's got the signpost there, all right. Yeah, Caer Drewyn. Yeah, so let's see what's up here. It's October the 18th, and it's an excellent day weather-wise. Very little wind. Okay, there it is, Caer Drewyn. I think Caer means fort in Welsh. And certainly well signpost. And yeah, okay. Well, there's an alternative route back to Corwen there, apparently. Okay, looks good so far. One reason I'm climbing this little hill is to get a view. There'll be an excellent viewpoint, which of course is why the prehistoric, our prehistoric ancestors established a fort on the top. There's the little town of Corwen there. Just a little bit of a haul up here. Come up the steep section, of course. Still a little way to go. Now, should I take this gradual incline? Maybe 300 or 400 feet above the car park here. And there's the first sighting of the stone wall, ruined stone walls of the fort. There's the River Dee down there. In itself would have provided a fortification line. And there's the stone wall, which apparently is well, it's only a ruin, of course, but I think it goes all the way round. There are no ditches, no ramparts. Apparently they relied on a stone wall for defence. And of course originally it would have been high enough to afford a defence. It wouldn't have been easier to climb over. Following this track around the perimeter of the fort, and so far I think I've gone about close to a quarter of a mile. And the original wall, although it's in ruins, of course, looks fairly complete. Okay, there's a footpath sign that says go straight on. Yeah, but I think I'll go inside here and explore the inside. I believe there's some hut circles. This fort might have been quite impressive in its day. Apparently it was occupied for several hundred years and then abandoned when the Romans arrived. Let's see if there's a clear path going inside. Okay, I'm inside the fort, and as the sheep are grazing peacefully here. Okay, I'm inside the fort, the perimeter of the fort, and it's quite extensive. And the wall, or the former wall, or the ruins, the line of stones I should say, is pretty well continuous all the way around. It's about a quarter of a mile, at least a quarter of a mile wide, so quite extensive. Okay, you can see it's just mainly rough pasture land inside the perimeter of the fort. And I can see like a raised bank there, which may have been the original line of the wall. So I'll head over that direction. There's no sign of any hut circles. Of course, the hut circles may have been incorporated into the actual wall itself. I'll just point out here, down there is the old track, disused railway track, the line that connected, well, Birmingham, Snow Hill, Birmingham, to Pwllheli in the Lynn Peninsula, North Wales. I travelled along it in the 1950s on holiday, going with the parents, and of course it was closed down in the mid-1960s, like many branch lines. Okay, I'm back to where I began the circuit of the fort, and but rather than go down there, I'll just have a little variation and go down here and see if I can. I think it leads back to the car park. But there's that, I think that disused railway track there, or part of it. Well, of course, the tracks have gone, but it's still the line, the disused railway line. Not a breath of air. There's the hillside there. Can't see the top of it, but it's quite a way up. I think it's about a 400-foot climb from the car park. Yeah, there it is, Caer Drewyn. Yeah, going this way. Yeah, I just got back to the car park, had a well, little cup of little refreshment out of the vacuum flask, and then this looks like a footpath that goes up the disused railway. Very interesting. This is the disused railway here, and yeah, I'll just go along here for a little, just well, a quarter of a mile or so, just to. I think it's probably popular with the local dog walkers. Yeah, there's another little footpath going up there. The Corwen cutting. Yeah. Okay, too late now, but I could have extended that Caer Drewyn walk to have included this little bit of disused railway. Well, it's not a railway, it's a site of a former railway. And yeah, there's an alternative route up to the fort. That way, very pleasant here. Yeah, I'll just go along here just a little way, and then yeah, the Corwen, not the Corway, the Corwen cutting. But apparently the railway ran along there and it's all overgrown. But they put a footpath in here. Car park down there. And there's the disused line. And well, they've got, looks like they've got a little bit of the, well, kind of, it's made out of wood. But this is kind of like a railway track here. Yeah, very nice. So I'll, that's the end of this walk anyway.